Hi everybody, I'm Sean, and welcome to a special episode of Angling Spiders. Alright you guys, this is a pretty significant place. This is gravel road just outside of town, and the bridge that I'm sitting on right now is where I learned to fish. My dad and his friend would bring us out here and we would fish off of this bridge, sometimes on the bank, but a lot of times just off this bridge. And when I was a little kid, and I was pretty young, I would think that I was, probably 5 years old. The water here seemed so far below this bridge. Seemed like if you caught a fish, you were hauling it up a long ways, but now that I look at it, it's not very far down to the water at all. This is Long Creek, and I spent a lot of time fishing on Long Creek as a kid, and as I grew up here, I fished a lot of different sections of this creek. And I'll show you a section later where I spent a good amount of my time. But this was where it all began, right here, right on this bridge. Playground, and a good chunk of it here is dedicated to my nephew. Unfortunately, passed away way too young in a car accident, so not all memories are good memories. But it's great that there's something that can remind you of people. Alright, so if the other bridge location on Laurier Road was where it all began, this is where my passion for fishing really and truly developed. This is also Long Creek, but this is the location called the Railroad Bridge. And in the summers, when I was a kid, I would hop on my bike. I had a pedal bike, probably when I was somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 12 years old. I had a pedal bike that was like a motorcycle. It even had a plastic gas tank. And I would ride from town down the road in the distance there, down here to where I've parked my van, and come fishing here on Long Creek on the railroad bridge. And it would be me and my friends, sometimes just me alone. Lots of times I would come after school, and lots of times I would be here on the weekend. Now back then, this was an active railroad track. You can see now that it's grown up. They don't use this line anymore. But back then, this was used quite a bit. and you'd have to worry about trains. And then you'd have your own Stand By Me moment. And I wish I could say that it didn't happen, but there were many times when we were walking across this bridge as kids, or crossing it, or fishing off of it, that the train would come and we'd have to make a mad dash to get off the bridge. But it looks almost identical to what it used to look like. And we caught a lot of fish here. Some pike, some perch, and mostly bullhead catfish. And I've been told that there aren't very many bullheads in here anymore, which is strange because sometimes in a day you'd catch over 100. Now it's mostly pike and perch. So, a lot of memories here. Well, that's going to do it from here. My trip down memory lane. It's been good. Sometimes you need to reflect on these experiences to ground yourself a little bit and remind yourself what fishing was all about in the first place. That thrill of catching your first big fish, or that new species, or just connecting with nature, having some time to just enjoy being outside, whether with friends or by yourself. Yeah. I'm gonna close it there.